The advancement in drone technology is amazing. So why isn't the NFL using them during their broadcasts? Why aren't they used to provide a more immersive view for the fans? Could drones be used to give new angles for challenges and replays? And could they replace old technology which has many flaws of its own? They seem like a no-brainer. Well, the legal ones. But drones might not ever be used by the NFL, and the reason why is not what you think. Before we get into the video, here's a quick word from our sponsor. It's almost the end of the holidays, but with Underdog, you can change them to the holidays, as in holla at some NFL, NBA, and NHL picks. I am so sorry. And right now you can get up to $1,000 in a first-time deposit bonus by using my code 5points at underdogfantasy.com. Let me show you how Pick'em works. In my opinion, the easiest way to play and win, you simply pick 2 to 8 stats of your favorite players and choose whether they will go higher or lower. And if you go 5 for 5, you can win 20 times your money. This Thursday, I have Bo Nix going over in passing yards, Justin Herbert lower in passing yards, and Ladd McConkey lower in receptions, as I am hating big time on the Chargers. So after this video, head to underdogfantasy.com and use my promo code 5points or hit the link below and get started right away. Again, you can support this channel big time and my content by heading to underdogfantasy.com and use my promo code 5points and get a first-time deposit bonus up to $1,000. The history of drones. Drone technology, or unmanned aerial vehicles, have been around for a surprisingly long time. Some as early as 1903 that even used a radio-based system of control. A lot of early designs were basic airplanes, not the sophisticated quadcopter designs you see today. Just kidding, the first functional quadcopter was designed in 1907, and over the years both radio, motor, and balancing technology have improved. Therefore, in 1999, the first aerial video system, the Dragonflyer, was introduced. In the mid to early 2000s, technology continued to get better, and after about 2010, the market exploded with cheap, compact, and extremely high-tech video drones. Drones are now stable, reliable, have amazing cameras, and can be piloted in almost any environment by anyone, well, barring severe weather, of course. You've seen amazing videos of drones flying through spaces with tight tolerances and gravity-defying shots. But why aren't they being used for in-game broadcasts by the NFL? What could drones provide to the league? Most broadcasts have challenges when it comes to new and refreshing angles to cover. Yes, cameramen are amazing, but they often have to hustle to get a great shot. Look at MLB when a guy has to try and keep up with a closer running out of the bullpen like an angry guest on the Jerry Springer Show being unleashed from backstage. Drones could not only handle traditional close-up shots in an NFL broadcast, but also provide amazing angles and a closeness a human being just can't pull off. Drones also have a small footprint, as some can provide broadcast quality live feeds from a package the size of a Coke can, leaving less obstructed views for the crowd and at-home TV audience. They could provide shots and in-depth views for replays and challenges, especially from overhead. But oh, you say, we already have that. Of course, we have to bring up the drone's worst enemy, the Skycam. Yes, we have all seen this thing during NFL broadcasts. Basically, it's Otto's cousin from WALL-E that provides us behind the line and overhead shots for NFL games. The technology was first introduced in 1984 and became a part of regular NFL broadcasts in the early 2000s. The system uses cables and pulleys to position a highly sophisticated camera rig pretty much anywhere on the field. The cables are actually optical fiber wrapped in braided Kevlar, and they can hold up to 2,400 pounds, but the rig weighs only 60. And this thing is fast and can jet around at 30 miles per hour and provide us viewers at home angles of the game that we don't normally see. So why isn't the Skycam good enough? Well, because of the cables, it's limited in what angles it can provide, and it has a set area it can operate in to maintain safety. And if you've been to an NFL game recently, the cables, though minuscule, still slightly obstruct your field of view. And in a lot of broadcast shots, in particular end zone shots of field goals, the Skycam can be seen in the frame, and that is not good. But for the most part, the Skycam does its job safely, but it hasn't been without its incidents. In 2011, during the Insight Bowl, a Skycam crashed to the ground, almost hitting Marvin McNutt and stopping play. He also got tangled in the cables. After a 5-minute delay, all was normal again and nobody was seriously hurt. Good thing this happened in December, because if it happened a month earlier, it would have been a no McNutt November. The main drawback of the Skycam is the cost and availability. It can be several $100,000 per unit, and though every NFL stadium has the capability, not all college venues have the resources to install a Skycam. When a high-quality drone costs less than $2,000, it seems like a no-brainer. However, the drawbacks of drones. Your first thought is obviously crashing, and yes, drones crash. A lot. Every experienced drone pilot has crashed a drone. It is a remote flying apparatus where anything can happen. Gravity takes no days off. The most common accident is a drone inadvertently hitting something, and that's almost always pilot error. And it's not just colliding with things, it's also the potential for malfunction. On many quadcopter drones, if one blade is out, the whole drone is gonna come down. Or if the drone somehow loses power, it's coming back down to earth like Bitcoin is eventually. Don't hate on me. Fans and outside factors can also affect drone flight. It's not out of the realm of possibility for a drunk idiot to throw something at a drone and knock it down. I mean, if a fan bought tickets to a Jets game, who knows what other dumb things they're capable of. Weather is obviously going to affect a drone. Rain, no go. Wind, absolutely not. Snow, yeah, you are going to need perfect conditions for a drone to be flown outdoors, and nice days in cold weather towns usually happen only 1/4 of the season. Lastly, electrical interference could cause a drone to come down or operate erratically. The odds of this are low, like you crashing a plane because you didn't put your phone in airplane mode, but the chance does exist. Oh, but what about indoors, you say? 10 NFL stadiums are domed, and Miami Gardens is another viable site. However, that means drone flying in 2/3 of NFL stadiums is iffy at best. It's probably not worth the effort for such limited usage. But all of these negative reasons aren't the real reason why the NFL doesn't use drones during live gameplay. The real reason. The real reason is because the FAA won't approve the use of drones over a crowd. Yep, that shit is highly illegal and super serious business. In 2015, the NFL had to apply for a special exemption from the FAA for simple exterior drone shots for either empty stadiums or for B-roll, much like how the Goodyear blimp provides. You also may have noticed some pre-game drone shots during broadcast, but those flights last for a very limited time and are only during warm-ups or after the game when there's no action. A drone incident during play would be a disaster worse than the Bears front office. Though the NFL has limited license to fly drones around their own games, that hasn't stopped others from flying them illegally. Like when a drone interrupted the AFC Championship game last year between the Chiefs and the Ravens, presumably used to robotically control the refs so that the Chiefs got all the calls. The drone caused multiple game delays, as it's prohibited to fly any drone within 3 miles of a stadium that holds more than 30,000 people. The police followed the drone and found a Pennsylvania man who had no idea what he was doing was illegal, and bro was charged with 3 felonies. Yo, this man flew a drone and got 3 cases, but Dave Gettleman didn't receive a single criminal charge for what he did to the Giants? So there you have it. The NFL probably will never use drones during gameplay until there is absolute certainty that a crash or incident cannot occur that would put anyone's life at risk. The only scenario I could see is if they developed a drone that was so small and lightweight, crashing would be negligible. But tech like that is only available to the CIA, and live shots would be tough as that equipment is still pretty robust in size. So for now, the only drone shots you will see from NFL games are either from pre-game outside the stadium or from illegal drone squads in New Jersey. But that's a different video. Special thanks to Richie McDonald of New Media Systems, who provided the expertise in the research of this video. If you need outstanding aerial shots on the East Coast of America, I highly recommend Richie and his team at New Media. Link is down below.